Okay, so let's see answers from. Okay, I want to choose names. Okay, so let's see what do you have. Like anyone, please, who completed this task. Just let us see what do you have. Okay, so that's a lot of code. Okay, so let's see. So we are selecting the country name, okay, as country, and the count of cities as number of cities from city joining country on the code, okay. We are grouping by country name, okay, so we are grouping by countries. Having what? So why did we use having, not where here? Just the same reason, okay, because I can't know if, for example, China has cities more than Canada before grouping. Okay, I need to group, finish the groups. Okay, then I will compare like all the groups with Canada's group, aka Canada's cities. Okay, so after I finish grouping, that's where I can decide, hey, you are more than Canada. Okay, come to the result. Or if you have less cities, okay, we don't want you. Okay, after grouping. That's why you will see Hans using having here. So having the count, okay, the count that we want to use in our condition, it should be more than what? The count of countries in Canada. Okay, and this is done by another select, okay, another one dedicated for Canada. Okay, so select the count from country, join city, again, where the country is Canada. So I need a special one just for Canada to know how many cities in Canada and compare it with every group for each country. So for each country, okay, group of China compared, group of India compared, and compare them one by one. Are they more than Canada? If yes, then I want them. And the order, yeah, you can order. It's not required here, but it's fine. Okay, so those are the countries that has cities more than Canada. Okay, let's say if it's equals or greater, so you should have Canada too. So Canada is 49 cities here in this database. So you will see that all those countries have cities more than Canada. Okay. Okay. So we are combining join with group by, with having, with order. Okay. We are comparing all of those. Okay. Now, what if we said something like that? Display all countries in Asia that has more cities more than Canada. Okay, so same question, but now I'm only interested in countries in Asia. Can you copy the same code and do the change, the required change? Okay, so same question, but now I am not interested in the whole world. I'm only interested in Asian countries. What is the change that I need here? What is the change we're talking about? Is it another having? Is it another select? Okay, so what could it be?
Where before group.
Okay, well, it's hard to know now. Okay, so we need this line. So before grouping, okay, before grouping, I'm saying, hey, I'm not interested in countries that are like, don't group, okay, the countries that are in maybe um, Europe, okay. I'm not interested in them. Don't count how many cities they have in the first place. So if you don't even want to count them, if you don't even want them to be in the group, you need to filter using where. So using where, okay, should have taken all of this. Okay. So If we are talking about Asia, okay, then before grouping, I need to filter. And now I'm only taking into account the countries that are what in Asia and has cities more than Canada. Okay, so those are the Asian countries. Of course, you won't see Canada here because Canada isn't in Asia. Okay. Okay, so we'll take a minute to look into the query, see if it's totally fine or if we have any ambiguity or something to need to be cleared.
I wonder, can we add the country.continent equals Asia as having this and country.continent equals Asia?
Uh, well, it can be done, but what you did now is that you calculated a lot of stuff that you don't even need. Like you grouped by, you calculated how many cities are there in Germany, in France, in Russia, and you will never need them. Okay. So it's like
It'll show the result, but it's not good. Okay.
yeah, probably. Yeah, let me having count something and let's say the where. Let's see if it works. Oh, yeah. So it's the same rule for having.
Oh, the group by.
Yeah, because it's not contained in an aggregate function or the group by. So I think it's a way to prevent you from making unnecessary mistakes. Yeah, sorry, I've just forgot that. So it's a way to like disallow you from doing something unnecessary. So they said, okay, we will have a rule. Having is the same rule. So inside having, okay, you should need it inside like the group by or inside an aggregate function. Okay, but it won't make sense to do it in the first place. Like, why would you wait until you finish grouping? Like, even if it was allowed. Okay, so now the question we will work on. Okay, what if you want something like that? So I want all the countries that has more cities than Canada and in the same. Okay, let's work on this. Okay, so it shouldn't be that hard, like we almost have the solution. Okay, what should we change on this one? So I'm no longer interested in Asia. I'm interested in the same continent as where Canada is located. Okay, so what should I have here?
Just change Asia to Canada.
Okay, so the continent, okay, should be selected, okay, to be the same as Canada. So let's copy paste this one. Okay, so same code except for the condition. So instead of Asia, okay, I don't have a specific one. I want to know in the same continent, okay, who has more cities than more than Canada. Okay, so I need to select the country continent. Okay, why do you have, like, do we need a join to know the continent of Canada? So if we said select continent from country where country dot name equals Canada. Okay, let's see if this will work or if we need a, a join. Okay, so to know the continent of Canada, how many tables you need? One table, which is the country table. Okay, the country table has the name Canada and the continent North America. So you don't have to make a join here. Okay, Hans? Like a join won't harm, but you are just making it more complex and it will take more time. Okay, so it won't harm, actually, it will harm the performance, but it won't harm the result. Okay, so always think like the thing I am looking at, how many tables are involved in this query. Okay, and depending on that, you decide if you need a join or if you don't. Okay, so as you see, three different shapes for the same question. Okay, but each one is bringing us a different thing. So all what I know, all what I knew in the first place was the name of the country, Canada. That's all what I knew. I didn't know how many cities, what is the continent. Through SQL, I was able to know like all the countries with more cities, but in the same continent. So United States and Mexico. Okay. 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 Last thing we want to see for today is the other types of joins. Okay. So let's go back to our picture here. Okay. So this picture, okay, the one that we were working with all the time is this one, the inner join, which also called the join. Okay, which you will see most of the time. Like most of the time, you will need just inner join. Okay, but there are other types. For example, left join. So let's see what left join will provide us with. So first, let's make the regular join and see what will be the difference. So I want to select city dot name as city, country dot name as country. Okay, from okay. So here I will make an inner join, the one that we are using all the time. Okay, join, or let's say sorry for let's use the country first. Join what the city on okay country dot code equals city dot country code. Okay, so what is the result of this query? What am I getting in those 2 lines? Okay, I am getting all the countries and all the cities in each country. So see, for example, all the countries in Afghanistan, all the countries in Netherlands. Okay, but uh, there are some places, some countries without any cities, like Antarctica, for example. Okay, this is considered a country in our database, but it has no cities. And you won't see it here. The reason why you won't see it here, because we are working with inner join. So inner join will only bring the countries where there is a shared thing with the cities, like a country with cities. Okay. Now imagine a country without any cities. So it will be in this left half, like not in the shared half. Okay. So the countries without any cities, okay, they won't show up in an inner join because they don't share anything with the other table. Okay, like Antarctica, for example. Okay, does this country share anything with the cities table? Like no cities in this country. Okay, so it won't share anything with that table. That's why it won't show up in the inner join. Okay, what if you wanted to show up? Okay, even like though that it has no cities. Okay, that's when you lose when you use left join or right join. Of course, left or right is depending on who is like, see this join. Okay, who's on the left? The country table. The right is the city table. So it's like here and there. Okay, so you have country code, you have country code and city country code. Okay, so who's the left here? The country. So if you want all the left countries, or even if they don't have any cities, you will use left join. Left join means bring me all the countries that on the left side of the join. Bring me all the countries, regardless of if they have a city or not. Bring them. Okay, so let's see the difference now. Of course, it will be almost the same. And at the end, you will see so many countries. Those will show up, although how many, like they don't have any city, null, null, null. Okay, they don't share any city. And those will only show up. Let's write the country first, just because country on the left. Okay, otherwise I don't want you to get dizzy here. It's the same result, of course. Okay, but since country is always on the left, let's start with countries. Okay, so you will see here that there are some countries: United States, minor outlying islands, French Southern territories, British Indian Ocean territory. Okay, this is a place or a country without any cities for some reason. Okay, they will show up in a left join. Okay, right join is the same, but it will take care of the right side of the join. So if you have any city without a country, let's go to the city table. Okay, let's go see the city table. Okay, uh, edit. Okay, let's remove some cities here. So in the in Holland, okay, let's remove Rotterdam. Okay, so let's say that the country is null. I'm not sure if we can do that actually. Let's see. No, it won't accept. Yeah, I don't think we can have any null cities, unfortunately. But no, it's a constraint, so we won't be able to have that. Okay, but you got the idea. Like, if you put right join, it will bring everything on the right, regardless if there is a match or not. Left join, everything on the left, regardless if there is a match or, of course, it will do everything the inner join do, plus the left side. So look at here. See left join, it's doing this part. This small part is what? Is the inner join. So it will do the inner join plus the null values okay, from the left. Right join will do the same as inner join plus the right side. Now, what if you want everything? Okay, if you want all the matching data plus any null values in the left, any values without a match in the right, like you want everything, that's what we call full join. Okay, now it's not very common to use that unless you, for example, when students come to MITT, for example, they register, but they don't have a department yet. So their department is, for some students, is always null for like before they register. Then we will set the department later. So here, if you don't want to lose this student in the query, you always need to use left join or right join. Otherwise, the students without departments, they will always won't show up in a query. Okay, so if you want um, part of the data that doesn't have any match, doesn't have any department, like a student who is not in any course yet, okay? If you want them, okay, you need to use left or right of or full join, okay? Depends on what you want, but most of the time you will see this one, the inner join, okay? We won't work with those very much, okay? We will keep using inner joins, okay? But of course, it's very important to know the idea behind that. Okay, if you went to W3 schools, let me see the join. Okay. Okay, so if you went to W3 schools, they are explained very briefly. Okay, returns records that have matching values in both. Okay, returns the left join. Okay, returns all records from left table, all of them, regardless of any match, plus the inner join, plus the match one. Okay, right is the same, but from the right. Okay, returns the full one, the full outer join, returns all records, okay, regardless of match from left or right. Okay, so you always need to first to know your tables, like you need to know the columns of your tables. Then it's very important to know your data. Like, for example, now I know that all cities are they belong to a country. Okay, so I don't need to use left join and outer join. Okay, but if you know that half of the students without a department, okay, half of the students are still new, they don't have any course. Okay, so you need to know that there are many null values. So if you want those guys, make sure to use left or right when you are matching. Okay, it depends on what you have in your data and what do you want in your queries. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that was everything for today. Okay, I will send you all the code. Okay, and you can just have some rest or relax or maybe review those codes before the lab. Okay, it's just free time. I just have one quick thing with one student to fix, but you don't need to wait or be online. Okay, you can. It will be just a Slack message. Okay. So, and sorry for that, but like in class, those things they really take longer. Like I go between every like all the students and see what they are doing, and more than this, it will really be too much. Okay. So if you have any question, please, okay, don't be shy to send it. And if you have any suggestions actually for the class, for the lab,